Welcome back, guys, and today we're going to be doing a couple different things. We're going to be working on my repulsors, and we're also going to be working on the light that's going to be powering up or lighting up the Captain America shield. So as far as the repulsors, these are the repulsors that I was talking about. As you can see, originally it was just this file, and then I had to go into Blender and kind of merge these two things together. And then this right here was kind of like too bent and it was digging into my hand, so I had to kind of like lift that up in Blender as well. But I finally got it after trial and error. We're going to be putting LEDs here, and we're going to be putting LEDs here as well. So what I want to do is kind of create some resin caps that go here where I'll be able to mount the LEDs on, so that the LEDs aren't like coming through the actual repulsor. So to do that, I'm actually going to be using resin. I've never really messed around with resin. I've been mixing this for like the last couple minutes and trying to make sure that it doesn't like dry on me. But I created a mold. I purchased some resin like silicone, and I 3D printed a cap that goes in here, and I created a mold into this silicone resin here, or the silicone mold here, and that's what I'm going to be using to create the actual cap that's going to go inside this. So what we're doing here is we're mixing the hell out of this. This is for 3 minutes. I've been mixing probably for like 5 minutes, just because I want to better safe than sorry. The last one that came out was really soft and like squishy, and that's not what I'm going for. I'm going for like an actual hard plastic resin. So a couple people told me to put a little more hardener and less of the actual part A. So that's what I did this time. I put a little bit more hardener, and I'm hoping that it's gonna work out. So right now we're gonna go ahead and, let's see, pour this here. I don't know if you can see it, but go ahead and pour this into the mold. All right, not too much. And my camera doesn't wanna, there we go. So I'm gonna let that sit. I'm gonna hit it with the heat gun to kind of get rid of, and there goes my camera, to get rid of the heat bubbles, or the air bubbles, I'm sorry. There we go. So I'm gonna hit it with the, and I'm gonna hit it with the heat gun and kind of get the bubbles out. Looks like I may have overpoured a little bit, so I'm going to use a little toothpick here, or the little whatever this is, to kind of get rid of some of that resin excess. Let's put it on a piece of paper here. There we go. And get rid of some of this stuff here. You can see, just kind of lightly go on top and push any excess resin off. That way, if I'm lucky, I'll be left with a little cap. So now we just wait. I think it's like 18 hours or something like that for dry time. Come up to the top here. Hopefully that works. So we'll come back and we'll see how the result came out, and to see if I have to either add a little bit more hardener or if it came out perfect, and then I can make another one for the second repulsor. So stay tuned. All right, so while that's drying, we're gonna work on this. This is basically what's gonna go on the back of the shield, and there's gonna be a magnet here. Because I'm messing around with that, I might want to like mount the shield on my back or on my forearm or something like that. So basically what I want this is the inside of this to light up with LEDs and kind of shine through the cap shield. And to do that, I'm going to use these rope LEDs that we have here. So I'm going to use these, and then I'm going to put like a metallic or like a mirrored tint inside this. to be able to, I guess, get the effect that I'm looking for to kind of like look like a flashlight. So that's what we're going to be trying today, and yeah, let's get on it. These are the LED lights that I'm going to be using. It seems like when I took them off the last one, they kind of frayed right there, so they're spotty. I'm going to try soldering that. Don't know that it's going to work. If not, I'm going to have to ditch them and order a whole new set, which I hope I don't have to do. But this is basically kind of like my idea is to do it like that. Obviously, they're going to go the other way. I tried it before on the last shield and it wasn't bright enough. So what I'm going to be doing is actually using some mirrored window tint to see if maybe if I cut a couple of layers and place them here, this will be like a mirror and it'll kind of like reflect the light through the shield, kind of like a flashlight. So I'm going to cut that now and see how it goes. So to do that, I'm going to cut both circles on my Cricut. So I've outlined 2 circles that are right under 6.5 inches, so that should work. Okay, here we go, and let's give this a try. Okay, here we are. So let's try them out. All right, so that didn't exactly work out as planned because the blade didn't cut all the way through. So luckily I bought that giant roll of window tint specifically for this. So I'm just gonna set the knife on the Cricut a little bit deeper. All right, here's round 2, and hopefully this works. All right, so the first one went down actually really nice. I'm still gonna put the other one on top because I want it as mirror-y as possible. So I'll put these 2 and then I'll put the lights. But honestly, it came out really good. And that looks pretty good. So hopefully that shines enough or is shiny enough to where it reflects the way I want it to. If not, then I'm gonna have to figure something else out. But as of right now, I think that looks pretty decent. And you'll see it when it all comes together, but it's basically going to mount behind the stars on the shield, on the back part of the shield, and that's gonna shine through the hole in the stars. So yeah, looks really good. I like it. So that's what I have so far on this update. I have a couple other things in the works, so I'll be rolling out videos on that as well. I'm currently printing right now where this is actually going to be fitting into. So as soon as that's done printing, I'll have a video on that, and we'll test it out, make sure that it lights up the way I want it to. I have a couple other customer builds that I'm doing right now. I'm actually going to start on my Ender 3 over there, a Iron Man helmet that somebody purchased from my Etsy store, and I have a First Order Stormtrooper helmet that I have to finish sanding. So I have some videos and things that I'm going to be posting periodically. I'm going to do some instructional videos, like how to get into 3D printing and how to level your printer, and you know what type of printer to start off with and things like that. So if you guys could do me a huge favor, subscribe and hit that like button. It really means a lot to me. I want to make sure that I can make this grow and one day make it my full-time gig. As of right now, it's just a hobby thing, but if I can, you know, give you my knowledge or things of my experiences that I've been through, and help pave the way for you guys or streamline your learning curve and learning process, then it'll mean the world to me. So until next time, take care.